It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I am your host, Pat Disabato, and we are at St. Ignatius College Prep, 1076 Roosevelt Road in Chicago, just a stone's throw from Taylor Street in Little Italy. So, got a great show for you tonight. We have two guests. First guest is going to be football coach Matt Miller. Wolfpack finished the season 8-1, outscored their opponents 325-72, not too bad, and including a 27-0 win over Mount Carmel earlier in the season. Wolfpack stubbed their toe last Friday against Fenwick 28-20. However, second seed in Class 6A, they open up the playoffs this weekend against our good buddy Danny Stell and the Bremen Braves. So that should be a good matchup. Bremen overcame some adversity to finish the season 5-4, and the Wolfpack are hot. I got them going all the way in 6A, just to let you know. We also have on Tricia Snider, the COO of Restaurant Depot, Midwest and Southeast regions. Folks, high school, youth sports, you want to provide your fans with great options at the concession stand. Restaurant Depot has you covered. Plus, you're going to get it at a bargain basement price, which will allow you to maximize your profits for your organization. So, Restaurant Depot is the place to be. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. When we return, Matt Miller, St. Ignatius football coach, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
Hello, boys. I'm a drop-dead gorgeous pepperoni sausage, hold the vegetables deep dish pizza. Just look at my cheese. Your place or mine. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at St. Ignatius College Prep, 1076 Roosevelt in Chicago, and our guest, Wolfpack football coach, Matt Miller. Matt, how's it going?
Very good, very good.
I would imagine it's going well. The Wolfpack kick off the Class 6A playoffs on Friday, 7 o'clock, against a team from the Southland, Bremen. Should be a great game, and this is where it will be played at. And folks, I've been to a lot of fields. I was telling Coach Miller about this. 31 years of covering high school football. This could be my number one. This could be the number one facility. Just the character, the charm. It is a beautiful place, man. So kudos to you guys and the administration for putting this together. This is spectacular. All right, so if someone would have told you before the season that you guys would finish 8-1 and you would beat Mount Carmel 27-0, what would your response have been?
Well, that's a good question. I think we always believed. I mean, as a coach, you hate to kind of look at the schedule preseason and think you're going to lose a game. But you got to be realistic, and you're looking at opponents and matching guys up. But, we've been working towards, the spring we ended up finishing 2-4. But we played some really good teams, tougher schedule than probably usual. Yeah. And definitely saw some progress with the team and how the kids played. And then we had all those guys coming back. And, I wouldn't be totally shocked, but I'm glad that we're at right now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you hadn't beat Mount Carmel since 1928. Now, it's not to say you guys played every year, but that's a 93-year drought. Did you make the kids aware of this, or was it something that you guys didn't really talk about?
Well, we've known that we've never beaten a blue opponent. There's a couple things that we've never accomplished here. One is winning a state playoff game. That's always been a huge one on our list every year. But we know that we've never been able to make that jump to beat a blue team. We've played competitively in some big games in that spring, and even some games in the past. We had Loyola here in overtime a couple years ago that we couldn't pull it out. So we've gotten close, but we knew we hadn't done it yet. And so that was definitely on our mind, is that everybody wants to be respected as a football team, and we want to be able to show that we can compete. And that was kind of the message, is going in, taking each play one at a time, and seeing where we're at. Yep. And then it's just kind of snowballed, and and then it turned into 27. It was just pretty good.
That's really good. Was there a point during the season where you're like, wow, I mean, I think we're for real? I think this is going to be a special season?
I think in the summertime, practicing, I felt pretty good about the team, just on sheer size alone. I mean, we've had years where both of our tackles were like a 160 and a 170, 160, 170 pounds. And we would struggle to get maybe one or two bigger guys in the middle that would still kind of top out 220, 230. And then we started to put the weight across this year. Our two tackles were 200 pounds, and the interior guys were over 250. And then, we felt pretty good about some of our backs. And so on paper, we felt pretty good coming in. As I said, wasn't shocked at 8-1. I don't want to sound, like conceited, but any coach, you're gonna hopefully expect to be successful if you do the right things. And so I think I knew we had a good group of guys coming back from the spring, and we had high aspirations.
Yeah, well, talking to most coaches this season, they looked at the whole spring season as kind of a detriment for the fall. Well, you guys finished 2-4, and like you said, you guys had upgraded your schedule. But what was like the key to this turnaround? Do you think it was just getting those 6 games in, getting some of these younger guys their feet wet, or did they just work incredibly hard during that short off season to get ready?
Well, I'd actually take it before that. When we were shut down, they worked incredibly hard. We really didn't take much time. The only time we took off was the time that they forced us to, and they said we couldn't do any activity. But we would come out here and we would put up literally barriers and gates on the field and do air squats and push-ups, and everybody get a dumbbell and a med ball. And I mean, we worked out all the way through June, July, all the way through that fall. Whenever they let us be out here, the kids worked hard, and then they said, "Oh, hey, you're going to get a spring season," and so we made the most of that, and slapped it together in 2 weeks, and. As I said, had some close, tight ones. IC Prep, we ended up playing in place of Marmion, and so they're very good. Bennett was a good team. I mean, we had a solid 6-game schedule there, and saw some real strides. Just came out on the wrong end of them, and so that then only taking about a couple weeks off, and we started lifting again in February. I'm sorry, talking now summer. We started lifting again come June, and then we're ready in July. I mean, we have so much stuff installed right now. Like, I don't know if we'll ever be able to do that again, but you kind of rolled right into spring to now and retained a lot of information.
Yeah, well, there's a great buzz surrounding, not the school is one of the, it's known and it's tested as one of the best academic institutions in the state. So that goes above and beyond everything. But now the football program's rolling. I know you guys got a lot of things going on in the athletic department. So you can kind of get your cake and eat it too over here right now. So that's a good thing. And, there's not a nicer looking school in terms of the architecture, the history here. It's phenomenal. So, all right, folks, we're going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. 3 locations, Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park. We come back, more with St. Ignatius College Prep football coach Matt Miller. Stay tuned.
At Lisa Thomas Salon, we think loving yourself and your selfie starts with the perfect stylist. That's why we've assembled an amazing team, each with a unique passion for beauty, providing the perfect combination of innovation and experience. Then adding just a little bit of fun. For hair, skin, nails, and makeup, no one does beautiful like Lisa Thomas. Because life's too exciting to settle for the same old thing. Schedule today at Lisa Thomas Salon, a Redken Elite partner with 3 area locations.
Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island has been prospering since 1968 when Robert Warniak Sr. opened a business. Bob's goal? To go above and beyond to satisfy their customers. Whether it's a small ding or a major collision repair, Bob's is a trained technician and state-of-the-art equipment to meet the high standards their customers expect and that Bob's demands. Bob's also offers complete mechanical services for your automobile, from an oil change to brake repairs. Mention this ad, Bob's will detail your car for free with any auto body work or give you a free oil change with any mechanical work. Bob's Auto Body and Repair, Blue Island.
If you're suffering from physical pain, nothing else matters. The one thing that should is Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, because experience never mattered more. Serving the community for 25 years with over 90 years of combined orthopedic experience, our fellowship-trained surgeons provide individualized care to those suffering from orthopedic pain. We deliver comprehensive care, from diagnostic to surgical to rehabilitative services, all under one roof in each of our locations. Midwest Orthopedic Consultants, bringing university-level orthopedic care close to home.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we are at St. Ignatius College Prep, 1076 West Roosevelt in Chicago. Our guest, football coach Matt Miller. And, you know, your kids, you talk about being in an unbelievable spot. You know, this football program has never won a playoff game. Been in the playoffs, but have been a one and done. So they have an opportunity to win the program's first playoff football game. Mm-hmm. And that's, I don't know if that's pressure. I would be like inspired. I'd be really motivated by that. I would imagine your kids got to be wow. They're bright kids. So I mean, they've got to be like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity right here.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's something that we talk about a lot. It's one of those things that you bring it up in the off season, and so everybody knows it. I mean, we've been talking about it for the last 5 years that we've gotten knocked out in the playoffs. So you know, if you've been a part of St. Ignatius football now as a senior, I mean, you've seen 3 years, and then, well, not the spring season, but you've seen us get in and then get knocked out. Yeah. Is essentially what's been the MO. So, yeah, they're definitely very excited for it.
Yeah, it would be cool, man, to see Little Italy, see Taylor Street here, kind of rare. You guys get a couple wins going. You get some things going at Pompeii and, you know, Tefano's.
Little Joe's, we got to give a shout out.
Give a shout out to Little Joe's. So, I mean, it would be really cool to see Little Italy kind of embrace this school even more and just jump on this football bandwagon, because it'd be a first of its kind for the playoffs. So, well, I know you're coming off a tough one, man. I mean, you guys are sitting 8-0, in position to win the conference championship last week and go undefeated in the regular season. But you fall to Fenwick 28-20, and you know, kids, you know, they're teenagers. That's a lot of stuff going on, and then you lose at home. And what's kind of been the vibe with the kids? What did you kind of tell them to kind of boost their spirits and say, hey, man, you're going to face adversity? This is a great life lesson.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, you got to deal with those things, and you can work really hard for something, and then it just, you know, it doesn't work out. Just because you work hard doesn't mean that it's gonna happen for you. So you got to be able to deal with those things, and that's what, you know, I told them today. I mean, we obviously know that this weekend was disappointing. Didn't get the result that we wanted. But we got a lot in front of us. There's just so much for us to still play for, and tried to shift the focus then to what's in front of us and going forward, and playing Bremen on Friday night is the focus. And you know, trying to, I think there's also another unique challenge of, like, we played them already this season, and so they know the team a little bit, and so, you know, finding a way to you know, build that matchup for them, you know, because I'm watching Bremen last week, and they were playing to get in. They were 4-4, and man, they had some seniors out there like clawing, like they were playing as hard as they possibly could to get that win, and it showed. And you know, I'm trying to show them, like, these guys they want to win, like they're gonna come out here and they're gonna try and take this from you, and you know, trying to build it up as much as we can and move on to the next chapter. And so, you know, I think come Friday, you know, today was a good step. We got in the game plan and did our walkthroughs and all that, and tomorrow we'll get after the real meat of it, and you know, I think we're on our way.
Yeah. Who are some of the kids that have stepped up, kind of rose to the occasion this season for you?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I've really struggled with that question. It's been such a team effort, honestly, and I know it sounds like a coach answer, but you know, I've consistently talked about Vinny Rugai, who has been a real special player for us. He's our only two-way starter. It's one of the things that we've really worked to get more kids on the team. We used to have 8 two-way starters just 2 years ago, and now we've got 1, and it's been huge for us. And he's, you know, a special player, and then like, we can't take him off the field. So he just won Offensive Player of the Year for our division. He finished just under 1,000 yards rushing and 50 tackles. You know, so he's got 5 forced fumbles, two picks, 14 touchdowns, 1,000 yards rushing basically. So he's done a lot. He's over 150 carries. I mean, he's doing a lot of the work. And so I talked a little bit about the size of the O-line up front. We've really been able to rely on them. It's always easy when you can hand it off and almost guarantee you can get yourself 2 or 3. And so those guys have done a really good job from left to right. Jake Rothger is a junior for us. Wilmo Crone is a senior. Damon Lassock's a senior at center. And at right guard, Emmett Rhodes, the junior. Right tackle is Drew Stiegleiter is another senior. So those 5 we've really relied on the offensive line. And then as far as running backs, also Jack Malloy, I think I mentioned him before. He's a Redeemer guy. He's done a really good job for us too. Clearly I'm an offensive coach. But on the defensive side, we've had a lot of, coach like Steady Eddie, like guys that, and that's really that's how you play good defense, like no weak points. All 11 guys doing their job. But we had all conference guys get named today, and Mike Gladden. Usually a corner, if you're not talking about a guy, it's usually a good thing. Yeah, exactly. And then Tony Tirado, at outside linebacker, was all conference for us.
In regards to this place, and folks, across Roosevelt, they've got 2 nice full-size turf facilities, and one of them is going to have lights installed over there as well. So unbelievable facilities here now. But what makes St. Ignatius College Prep such a special place?
Yeah. Well, it's a good question. I really enjoyed being here. It's my 5th year as a head coach, 7th total, and I haven't been a ton of other places. I got into coaching right out of college. I did a couple years at St. Pat's, and I've been at Lane Tech, but I've always been around football, and I've just been so impressed with the kids and how mature they are. Honestly, yeah. I think that sometimes they kind of get like the spoiled kid type misconception. I mean, these guys work really hard. I always share the stats because it's incredible. The team GPA, the whole football team cumulative, was a 3.39, and the average ACT is a 29.1. And we have a special.
That's student athlete.
Yes.
That is the definition of student athlete.
Oh yeah, and I can't take credit for that stuff. Like the school does a phenomenal job of just the culture around academics and doing what's important. I use the term a rising tide lifts all ships, yeah. Because not every kid's a genius. Some of the kids you coach them, they're not the brightest, but yeah. The kids around them, it's a priority, and so they do their part. And we haven't had a kid academically ineligible. I think during COVID we ended up getting 1, but essentially we've had 2 kids in the 5 years I've been here failing 1 class at any time.
Yeah, that's impressive, man. Well, I appreciate your time, Matt. This has been fun, and good luck this weekend. Bremen, Danny Stell, those guys from Midlothian, they're tough kids, so it should be a good game, man. That's for sure.
They're going to come to play. Coach is a good guy too.
Yeah, he's a good man. All right, folks, we are going to go into athletics timeout. 2 locations, Oak Lawn and Orland Park. We return. Restaurant Depot COO Tricia Snider will be our guest. Stay tuned. Athletic Sports and Orthopedic Physical Therapy is a 2,200 square foot facility that includes the latest in rehabilitation equipment, including the HydroTrack underwater treadmill. All therapists at Athletics are experienced and offer hands-on treatment for patients that require such therapy. Whether it's your feet, ankles, knees, hips, lower back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck or jaw, Athletics is here to help. We at Athletics understand you as a patient have the right to choose where you receive treatment. Ask your physician if Athletics, with locations in Oak Lawn and Orland Park, is right for you. Whether you're in the mood for a Chicago-style hot dog, Italian beef sandwich, Philly cheesesteak, or charbroiled cheeseburger, Joey's Red Hots has you covered. In the mood for something lighter, Joey's Salads promises to hit the spot. Looking to cool off on a hot day or after a workout? Joey's refreshing homemade Italian ice will satisfy. Come check out Joey's Red Hots at 17400 Wolf Road in Orland Park or at 115th Street and Western Avenue in the Beverly community, where they're open until 5 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. No matter which location you visit, Joey's Red Hots promises to provide exceptional tasting food at an affordable price.
Now you can buy a car from the comfort and safety of your home. Introducing South Oak Jeep Dodge Ram Chrysler's online shopper, the most convenient way to buy a car online. To begin, start by selecting your vehicle. You'll see the Buy From Home button on every vehicle description page. Use the Explore Payment Options tool to customize your payment. Choose between lease, finance, or cash. Whatever works best for you. Have a trade-in? Get an instant value with your vehicle along with a transparent report so you know you're getting a great deal. To confirm your custom payment, simply fill out our quick credit application. And best of all, you can schedule a day and time to pick up your vehicle. Or we'll deliver it right to you. A South Oak representative will be there to chat with you throughout the entire process. We will walk you through step by step. Buying a car has never been easier. Visit southoak.com today.
Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our next guest is Tricia Snider, COO of Restaurant Depot, Midwest and Southeast regions, and we are at 1030 West Division Street, one of their 5 locations in Chicago. Tricia, thanks for coming on board.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Well, I'll tell you, this place, and I go to the Restaurant Depot in Alsop, and just overwhelming, and the amount of variety of whatever you need, you guys have. You guys offer it. So it is an outstanding store.
Thank you. We like to think so.
All right, so what makes Restaurant Depot different from the competitors?
Well, we obviously are more of a location that you come in and you shop for yourself instead of having it delivered. And what you get by that is tremendous savings. We have a great selection of all of your staples that any business owner, nonprofit, little league stand could possibly need. And we have a great selection. We're open 7 days a week, and you're going to find your greatest prices here.
Yep, and that's where this whole the connection to like the high schools and youth sports in general is, you know, they're looking to raise money through their concession stands and even nonprofits. And I mean, whatever you're looking for at a great price and kind of to maximize your profits, Restaurant Depot offers that.
We do, and that's where a lot of our value really comes, is we understand that those nonprofits, those concession stands, you know, that's how athletics and youth sports, that's how they grow, is through funding, and they have to have funding to do those, and you have to raise money. And I played a lot of sports myself. My 2 boys play a lot of sports, and there's always a need for fundraising. And at Restaurant Depot, by passing those savings along to our customers, that's just more opportunity for those concession stands or any kind of fundraiser to make some more money towards their programs.
Yep, and I encourage our high school sports teams and athletes that check this out, because the savings and the selection here is second to none. And as we kind of segue into the postseason for playoffs, and now basketball season is going to be starting in a lot of high schools, so this is the place to be if you guys want to generate a substantial amount of income through your concessions. So now it's been a crazy challenge here with the coronavirus pandemic the past 18 months. How has that kind of how have you guys been able to overcome those challenges, Tricia?
Well, challenge is definitely the appropriate word. Exactly, as we sit here with our masks on, it's a different world than it was 18 months ago. But we, quite frankly, just have an amazing team of people that work in our stores, that work in our buying office, and all of our support departments. And they're passionate about what they do, and we are working hard every single day to try to secure product into our stores. And it is hard. It is very hard, but we have passion and energy, and honestly, our people are working basically around the clock to bring those products in and keep that savings passed along to the customers. Yep.
Well, as this company continues to grow, I mean, like I think I mentioned, you guys got 5 stores opening up, right? 5 in Illinois, and you're in charge of 50 just in your region. So what do you envision for Restaurant Depot within the next 5 years?
Sure. Well, nothing but growth. We certainly, even though it's been a challenging 18 months, we've been there even more so for people, for our customers, for the businesses that they own and they need to survive. And during those times, a lot of people turned to Restaurant Depot to continue to get the good savings and products. So over the next 5 years, there will be no slowdown in our growth. We will continue to open branches, and we'll continue to take that savings opportunity to even new markets. So more within existing markets, but certainly more across the country as well.
Yep. And it's good, you know, a CEO who actually has a sports background like yourself. You played college basketball for a few years, you said, and your kids are involved in sports. They play soccer and
they do soccer and basketball.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and I would imagine you bring a kid into this place. The old term, a kid in a candy store. This would be a kid in a candy store right here, just about, right, with all the selection here.
Yes, the first time that I brought my now 13-year-old into one of the branches, he stood in front of a wall, kind of similar to the candy, and his eyes got very big. Yeah. And so, we had to make a purchase before we went home.
I bet as my eyes got big as I turned this corner, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Well. Continued success to Restaurant Depot. And like I said, the Alsip location, which is next door to me in Blue Island, right. You know, I've been there a few times, and it is it's a great store, and I'm sure all your stores are like that. And high school teams, athletic directors, jump on board here. Youth sports groups. This is the place you want to be to increase your revenue and get some more dollars through fundraising. This is a great place. So Tricia, thank you very much. I appreciate your time here, and good luck the rest of the way, all right?
Great. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, folks. We are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout, 2 locations, Chicago and Oak Brook. When we return, I'll talk about some players of the week and some other things. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, players of the week, folks. The Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Ryan Little, who had 7 catches for 168 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half of Lockport's 45-15 win over Andrew. We're going to hook up Ryan with a $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook in Chicago. And the Lisa Thomas Salon Player of the Week, Colleen Cleary, had 13 kills and 4 digs to lead Andrew to a conference title clinching 25-15, 25-19 win over Stagg. We're going to hook up Colleen with a nice gift card and some product, compliments of Lisa Thomas Salon, 3 locations, Mokina, Tinley Park, Orland Park. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great week. Get out to some playoff football games this week, and good luck to all our local teams. We'll see you next week.